everyone, it's been so long since I've jumped on live, and today's going to be kind of a funny live video because it's inspired by an episode of How I Met Your Mother that I watched, and it was basically about Marshall, one of the characters, having to go home to poop instead of pooping at work. Now you guys are probably like jumping on here or watching this going, what the heck is she about talking about poop for? But this is what I'm saying. So Marshall has to go to the bathroom and he has to go poop, and so he always has a magazine when he goes poop, and so he ends up showing up at his house or at his friend's house, and apparently he does this every single day. So he goes to his friend's house every single day from work to poop instead of pooping at work. Now, how many times do I say poop in this live stream? If you get it right. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so he ends up going and showing up at his friend's house, and then his friend, who didn't know that he does this, started calling him out for it. And then his other friend backed him up, like, no, you need a magazine. And Marshall's whole idea was, if I have my magazine in the hallway at work, they all know what I'm doing. They all know what I'm going to go do, which is going to go and poop. So his theory was he would just take it home, right? And what it showed is it showed a clip of him walking down the hallway at work and everyone giving him like the stink eye and like totally judging him, like, oh my gosh, we know what you're about to do, and ew, you're gonna stink it up, or oh, didn't you have this for lunch, and we know what you're doing, and all these terrible things, like things that no one would actually ever say, but while he's walking down the hallway holding a magazine, which signifies him, you know, I'm gonna go poop, that's what he's saying. So they are judging him for this, right? This is all happening in his head. This isn't actually happening. This is a scene that she has painted in his head that has caused him to then go to his friend's house for the bathroom. Now, his friend starts empowering him over it, right? Saying, I poop all the time at work, and having a magazine, it's like the only thing you can do, and it's an empowering time. It's your only time. It's a great time for yourself, and he's just empowering him. Marshall starts to feel more confident about, like, you know, going to the bathroom and carrying a magazine. And as the story goes on, right? And this is why I'm relating it to confidence. And I almost called this live stream Confident Poop, but I wanted you to know where I was going with it. But essentially, you know, Marshall started to change the story in his head, and with the support of his friends as well, but he started to change the story in his head so that going to the bathroom at work wasn't so strange, right? And it was more inspiring and motivating and empowering, and he started taking like pride in it, really. And what I loved about this is that then it showed another clip of him walking through the hallway holding a magazine, totally owning it, like he had his head held high. He was no longer walking like this. He was carrying himself with confidence, and obviously, you know, he's still going to the bathroom to poop, but he was carrying himself a different way, and everyone in the hallway was like clapping for him and cheering him on and like, yeah, like, do it, go, and like enjoy it and all this stuff. So it was really funny, but it just goes to show that the critics, right, the judgments that we think other people have about us are really only coming from our own minds. The judgments that we maybe think are happening when we're walking down the street or going into the gym, right? I know a lot of people avoid going to the gym because they're afraid of what other people are going to think, or what people are thinking about them, or they feel like everyone's staring at them. I'm telling you right now, these are stories you're making up in your head. Now, granted, there might be people staring at you, and granted, people might make weird faces, but you'll never actually know what they're thinking. So you have the opportunity to decide what those thoughts are. You have the opportunity to choose every single day how you're going to respond to your world and to the people around you. And if you choose to root yourself in negativity and choose to see everyone as an attack against you, or as a judgmental person against you, or as you know, hurtful towards you, then that's going to be your reality. And unfortunately, you'll want to avoid that reality, and you'll probably have to go to lengths to do that, and it's not going to be fun, right? Just like in the episode that I was telling you about, he had to go to his friend's apartment on the other side of New York every day, like, not fun, just because he was not confident in that. Now, As soon as he rewrote the story, he became confident in it, and it's the same thing with you. Imagine if you rewrote the story, right, and you no longer saw people in a judgmental state, but rather in a accepting, loving state, right? Everyone does that, right? Or just in a way that actually empowered you and made you feel good, or just not at all even worried about that and just took it into your own thought process of what actually matters to me, right? What's important to me, and then defined how you felt based on that, right? So when we change the story in our head and when we improve our confidence around it, the world around us begins to change. We start experiencing things in a more positive and empowering light, and things become a lot better, and it's more inspiring, and it's happier, and we feel good. We carry ourselves differently. It's a really good feeling, but that's a choice that you have to make every single day, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that hard, right? It can be as simple as looking at what your current beliefs are, what you currently think is going on, and just deciding that you believe differently, right? Choosing to believe differently, releasing whatever has caused you to believe that there's all these negative beliefs regarding what you're doing or who you are. A lot of times those negative beliefs just come from old stories, past experiences, things that have been wired into us at a young age subconsciously. So it's important that we release those things and choose to believe what's actually going to serve us. And when we improve our confidence, like I said, the world around us begins to change. We carry ourselves differently. We feel differently in ourselves. It's really, really important. Our confidence is huge. It's a huge part of life. It's so, so important. So I would love to share with you guys my course, and it's a 7 Days to Killer Confidence course. I'm going to give it to you completely free. This is a course that I originally was going to be charging for, and then, a few months ago I ended up just giving away for free, and I decided that I'm just going to keep it that way. So I'm going to put the link down here. You can choose whether or not you want to sign up for it. I'm really excited for those of you who do. It's 7 Days to Killer Confidence. You're going to learn over the course of 7 days how you can start improving your confidence, and I guarantee you will be able to take poops at the office. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the promise. The promise is that if you really fully commit yourself to this course and you go all in, you're gonna see your confidence improve regardless. So go ahead, click the link in the comments below. You can register for the course there. It'll be sent to you over the course of 7 to 8 days with a welcome email, as well as each email after that will be highlighting action steps, what you need, and then a video with me coaching you exactly on how to improve your confidence using my 7-step system. So with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, or morning. Wherever you are in the world, just make it awesome.